Hi, hello, welcome to Tej Academy. Here we go with the NCET 2025 Teaching Aptitude question paper answer key discussion. So you can see on my screen and displaying the Teaching Aptitude subject code 327 question number 1. The first question is based on the Helen Keller 3 days to see passage. So let us see the first question. Select the most appropriate option for completion of the given statement. While walking through the woods, Helen Keller experienced. While walking through the woods, Helen Keller experienced. You can see here, I asked myself to walk for an hour through the woods and see nothing worthy of note. I who cannot see find hundreds of things interests me through touch. I feel the delicate symmetry of a leaf. So Helen Keller was able to see the delicate symmetry of a leaf. So this is available. I pass my hands lovingly about the smooth skin of silver bridge. So here they have given smooth skin of pine tree, which is wrong, or the rough shaggy bark of a pine. So shaggy bark of a pine. This is also wrong. So obviously in the given options, B and C are wrong. D is correct. If we go with that, A and D will be the correct option. So option 1 will be the correct option for first question. Let's move on to the second question. Again on the same passage. Second question is also on same passage. Select the organization supported by Helen Keller. So if we carefully observe the paragraph, so we can see in the first paragraph itself, Helen joined Radcliffe University, wrote books, did research, gave speeches, and helped to raise money for many organizations, such as the American Foundation for the Blind and the American Foundation for the Overseas Blind. So one is American Foundation for the Blind. So that is not available. American Foundation for the Blind Overseas, that was not available as it is. But continuing moving forward, now this American Foundation for the Overseas Blind is called as Helen Keller Worldwide. So this is available. So we can see this. The second option, Helen Keller Worldwide, is the correct option for this second question. Again, the third question is also on the same passage. They have given certain words in the list 1 and we need to find the antonym. Smooth. Antonym is a opposite word. Smooth opposite is rough. So A should be 3. Only one option is matching. So without much time, we can easily select this as a fourth option. Next, question number 4. Again on the same passage. Fourth question. What did Helen Keller teach the world? So after going through the entire passage, we can understand that to help the underprivileged is the major responsibility of each and every human being. Respect the blind and deaf. Yes, this is also a notable point. To sympathize with the blind and deaf. No. To pity people with physical disabilities. That is also not true. So A and B, we can consider most suitable answer. And the fifth question, match list 1 with list 2 for the words and their corresponding meanings. Phobia means fear with any reasoning. So A should be with 4. So if we see the options, only second option is matching. Social science ideas do not help the child to appreciate rich cultural heritage. Yes, they do help. So this is not a correct answer. The child to solve social and individual problems. This is not a correct answer. The child to develop democratic citizenship. It will develop. The fourth one, in the development of mathematics skills. Yes, social science may not be useful for the development of mathematical skills. This is the correct option. Fourth. A line passing through 2 points of a circle is called secant. Diameter should pass through the center of the circle, whereas tangent 1 point, transversal, so it is going to intersect 2 points. Secant is the one which will pass through 2 points. The dictionary is usually a print medium. Which of the following statement is incorrect? The mathematical statement whose truth has been proved is called theorem. Yes, theorem is the one which is been proved. A proof is made up of successive sequence of mathematical statements through logical deductions. This is also correct. Proof is a mathematical statement, a sequence of mathematical statements through logical deductions. A conjecture is a statement which is always false. This is wrong. Conjecture is the statement which may be true or may be false but not yet proven. It is a truth which is not yet proven. So in future it may become true or false. So this will be the incorrect statement. Mughal painting is the style of miniature painting that developed in. So obviously this is developed in the North Indian subcontinent. Student-centric classroom is meant for addressing individual differences. Yes. Reducing teacher-oriented lectures. No. Recalling the previous knowledge. No. Focus on the teacher as the primary source of knowledge. No. In this child-centric, student-centric classroom, addressing the individual requirements and differences of each student is the major criteria. How do How do vaccines provide immunity to our body? Vaccines usually develop suitable antibodies. They are going to protect us by producing suitable antibodies. According to NEP 2020, what is the full form of ECCE? ECCE stands for Early Childhood Care and Education. So the second option is correct. Which of the following skills are mentioned in NEP 2020 as foundational skills? FLN, foundational numeracy and literacy, which is the most important objective of NEP 2020. Numeracy and literacy. Poetry teaching appeals. So poetry usually enhances the emotions of the people, language skills. So it comes under affective aspect. Which of the following are not the future of child-centric mathematics classroom? The question seems to be repeated, but the options are different. Teacher gives instructions and expect children to obey. That is not the feature of child-centric. Teacher gives instructions and expect children to obey. That is not the future of child-centric. Yes. So A will be the most not the future. So if we see in options, the second one is only matching. So we can go with that. Question number 17. Complete the following phrase with the most appropriate option. In the formal letter writing, the subject is written after the salutation. Which Indian woman botanist is known for her groundbreaking work in plant cytogenetics and developing high-yielding sugarcane varieties? It is Janaki Ammal. A teacher begins with an explanation on the properties of metals and their uses in daily life. Then the teacher asks learner to do verification activities on properties of metals. This approach to teaching learning is termed as, this is a deductive approach. So already listing out the properties and asking them to verify is a deductive approach, which is not a classical dance from India. The second one, Bihu is not a classical dance from India. Which of the following can be considered as the feature of child-centered mathematics classroom? Again, similar to that. Children participate actively in different activities. Yes, this is the feature. Here should be the answer. Multiple opportunities and guidance is provided by teacher for learning. Yes, this is also correct. Children performance is reported in terms of marks in each subject area. No. So where A and B available? Okay, one more D. Colorful charts and materials is the only display. No. So in that case, only the fourth one will be the option, which is not a part of Pahari School of Painting. Pahari School of Painting involves Bule School, Pasoli, and Kangra. So which is not a part is Malwa School. The apex institution in the area of training educational planners and administrators is NIEPA, National Institute of Education Planning and Administration. That is the apex institution which controls the training educational planners as well as administrators. So hope you enjoyed and keep watching Tej Academy. Keep subscribe and forward to known contacts to get continuous updates on various competitive exams. Thank you.